You said it was worksheet 5-1?
Yes.
All right, so here we go, 5-1. Which one?
Number 19 or number 17 on the second page.
64 cups. Now the problem here is a pint has how many cups?
Two. Yeah.
2, right? So if you have 50 pints, you have what? 100 cups. Do you agree?
Yes.
So now it's just 64 to 100.
Oh.
And now you just reduce by 4, divide by 4, divide by 4, 16 over 25.
Okay.
Is that good? All right, anybody else have any particular questions?
No, wait.
I didn't hear any complaints, so I'm assuming everything was good and went as planned. Yeah. All right.
Oh, wait. I got
Oh, wait. Here we go.
number 13.
On this page? All right, let's look at 13. So you have to realize that how many quarts in a gallon? Somebody remember how many quarts in a gallon? 4 quarts in a gallon. That is correct. So if I have 4 quarts to each gallon, that means 9 gallons is going to be 36 quarts, right? And now if we just write that as 36 to 48, divide by 12, right? And you get 3 over 4.
Yeah, I got that.
Okay? Everybody good with that? All right. Now, let's go ahead and talk about today. And today I have 5-7. Everybody with me? Now, so everybody, solving proportions now is pretty easy. All right, it's pretty easy. Now, I really think I only gave you this worksheet because Monday we have, isn't there just one worksheet? Oh, no, I'm sorry, there's 2 worksheets. I'm going to go with you on this, and I'm going to show you how you can do it quickly, but when you're solving proportions, remember you cross, multiply, and divide. All right? So pay attention now so we can get through this. Yes, ma'am. It's not copying to Notability. Will you do me a favor? Just run over to see if Mr. Thompson can help you real quick. This section, you two both can go. All right? And then, because I promise this section's kind of easy. But hurry up, please. All right? Now, here we go, guys. Now, for me, please look up. Basically, these are just proportions. All right? And proportions are simply fractions that are equal. Right? So 20 over 32 is the same as 5 and something. Right? Now, what we can do is, this is how I tried to show you last year. All right? I tried to show you that to get from 20 to 5, I can divide by 4. So do you agree with that? So then I would divide by 4 here, this way, right? So can everybody see m equals 8, right? Anybody have any issues with that? It's almost like reducing fractions, but I want you to put m equals 8 for me. Anybody have any questions? All right, so I'm just going to keep going. Number 2. All right. What did he say?
No, you don't get in there.
Okay, good. All right, and we'll definitely get that fixed. Okay, today. All right. I'm trying to think if there's someone else. Maybe I can talk to. Did you find him?
No.
All right. Maybe you guys stay around. Come see me at lunch. Well, oh yeah, come see me at lunch because I have somebody in here. Ryan Kelly might be able to help you guys. All right. Here we go. All right. Now, the other technique, what I want you to do is, and I'm okay with you using a calculator today. All right. So here we go. But here's what I want you to do for the calculator. The only way you're allowed to use the calculator, you got to listen to me, is you're going to cross multiply. When you cross multiply, you're going to get 28R. Now, somebody tell me what 12 times 63 is. So this is what's on your paper now when you cross multiply. Does everybody hear me? And then after this step, we do what? Divide by 28. So if I divide by 28, what do I get?
You get 27.
So R is 27.
How does that work?
So listen, again, I don't want you to be confused because this is super important. When you cross multiply, remember you multiply these two things together.
Oh, all
right? And then the next thing you do is you multiply these two things together. So the 12 times 63 is the 756.
And then you divide by
Then you divide by 28. All right? So now on problem number 3, listen to me. On number 3, does everybody see how I think you should just be able to look at this up here. You got to pay attention now. Now, I don't want to cross multiply on this one because I think it's easier for me to just say, hey, what did I do? Divided by 2 to get 4, right? So over here, I want you to put divide by 2. And so that's F equals what? Yes, you would just say F equals 25. So there's really two options. Is everybody hearing me?
Yes.
All right, let's go to number 4. I don't really see anything easy on that. So now we're going to cross multiply. So what two numbers am I going to multiply? Yep, very good. Come on, 48H is equal to, now what else am I going to multiply?
You're going to multiply 40 times 42.
Yes, very good. Now what is that?
16,000. Not it. That is 16,000 or 6,608 or 1,680.
That's what we're talking about. Okay, stop and relax. Read the problem. And after we do that, I just do what? Divide, correct? And then when we divide, H is equal to what?
35.
Is everybody getting 35? Max, boys, you guys haven't said anything. Are you guys with me back there?
Yeah.
Girls?
Yep.
You guys, everybody's good? All right. So here we go. Let's talk about number 5. All right. Now, you're just talking. All right. Now we're going to cross multiply again. All right. And when I cross multiply, we're going to multiply 6.4 times n. And what is 32 times 16? I'm listening.
512.
Thank you. 512. And then you divide by 6.4.
80.
So n is equal to 8. All right. Now again, each time you want to look to see if there's a quick way to do it. All right. Now in this case, we'll just cross multiply again. So Ellis, what am I going to multiply here? Set me up the equation. You mean 135Q, right? You see what I'm saying? No, just tell me on your calculator what 90 times 18 is. Perfect. And now what? Perfect. Divided by 135. Equals 12. Yes, it's easy. All right? Just the basics. Yes. All right, let me get your calculator. All right, here we go. Continue on. All right, number 7. All right, let me hear Julia. Tell me what to do on this one. How do I set this up? And what is that? Good. Yes, you do. Good job. That's 56. Okay. Now, number 8. This is the one on, I think you should just be able to recognize what the answer is. Look up so I can show you what I'm talking about. All right. From 3 to 9, I'm just going to do what? Multiply by 3, right? So then over here, I'm going to multiply by 3. So I just would like you to see that has to be 12. All right. So D equals 12. All right. Let's take a look now at number 9. On number 9, the same principle. I could just multiply that by 2, multiply by 2,
64.
and so K would have to be 64. Anything we do in class, you get to use. All right, same thing. All right.
When's the test?
Here we go. Now, the same thing with number 10. I would like for you to just say, look, I'm just multiplying by 2. So if I multiply the top by 2, U becomes 5.2. All right. And then let's check out number 11. All right. Now, for question number 11 now. All right. I don't see anything, so we're just going to go ahead and do the cross multiplying, which would be 5.1Q is equal to, now, what's 7.5 times 1.7? 12.75. And so Q would be what? 2.5. Is that right? 12.75 divided by 5.1. It's, what is it? Yeah, 2.5. Take a look again at question number 12. Is everybody hearing what I'm saying now? I want everybody to look up on the board real quick. All right? You have to know when to use a calculator, when not to use a calculator. Does everybody agree this was not a calculator problem? Right? Because I can look at 25 and 50 and say, from 25 to 50, I did what? I'd multiply by 2. So it's just 8.5 times 2. I don't want you to use a calculator for 8.5 times 2. You should be able to say 8 times 2 is 16. 2 halves make a whole, so that's 17. So X is equal to 17. Is everybody with me? All right. Colin, you haven't said much. Are you good with this?
Yeah.
Is there any problems at all?
No.
Julian, you guys okay? Sebastian, you're okay? Caroline, you're okay? Ellis, you're good? Girls up front, everybody's good? Girls in the back? Easy. Boys in the back? Getting your work done? All right. So listen, you're responsible now because it's so easy. Finish up both worksheets. Now, the thing though is, let me go ahead and jump to the word problem here, 28, just to make sure. All right, so let's everybody look at 28, and then I'll let you go. All right, because you think it's easy. Everybody look at 28. It says Gail's making fruit punch that contains 2 quarts of juice and 1 quart of soda. Right? So it's 2J over 1 soda. Is everybody with me on that? Now, she's saying how much water, soda water, if I have 5 quarts of juice. So 5J up top, and X is on the bottom. Now, does everybody understand why I put the J and the S, right? J stands for the, S stands for the. Now, does everybody understand juice on top? I have to put juice on top. Soda on the bottom, soda on the bottom, right? And now when you cross multiply, you get 2X is equal to 5. So you need what? 2.5 quarts. 2.5 quarts. You okay with that? Everybody all right with that?
Yeah.
So the word problem is not anything more difficult. It's just you have to set up the proportion to solve it. Does everybody agree? All right, does anybody have any questions? Now listen to me. I'm going to walk around the room. As I'm walking around the room, you have one of two options. You can set it up like I did right here. Does everybody see this? Where you write the equation, then you write the answer. Or your other choice is to show me what you're multiplying or dividing by. Those are your two options. Is everybody hearing me? You're not just writing down the answers. Max, you hear what I said about I'm not accepting the answers. All right? So your job now is to finish up both worksheets. All right? And the reason why you're doing both worksheets is because, honestly, it's just about what, guys? Practice, practice, practice. Does everybody hear me? All right, it should be easy. I'm going to walk around the room now and make sure you're doing what I'm asking you to do. What, Sebastian? No, Sebastian, go back and do it like I said. All right?